Well, g'day, and welcome back again to Zhaoqing, and we are out here, way out in the east of the city. Behind us, we head back down the road, back down this way is Dinghu. Down in front of us is Zhaoqing, and we're just going to give you a little look at the some of the road network here, just because I find it quite fascinating how much growth has happened out here. So as we turn our camera around, we can see in front of us the sun going down behind the mountains here. So heading around here is Dinghu down this way, about another 10 kilometers down that way. The tall mountain you see in the back here, Tony's just informed me, this is actually a wildlife reserve, which I've actually got a friend, Elva, who we went to the islands with a couple of months back. She's actually got friends who are involved in that, and we're actually going to try and get out into there sometime and have a look in there. And then heading back in this way heads into Zhaoqing. And we can see the highway here. We've got, what have we got? 3 lanes each way here. This branches off into 3 different roads. One goes down along the river, one heads right along the bottom of the mountains, and one through the guts. But what's happening here? This road on the side here was basically the only way into Zhaoqing from this direction. If you go back prior to, was it 2014, you said they started doing this road work. So we do actually have Tony here with us. So yeah, if you go back 10, 12 years ago, it was basically 2 lanes in and out. Well, 1 lane in, 1 lane out of Zhaoqing. There was none of this car traffic back then. You know, most people were on bikes back then. Most of the traffic coming in and out of here would have been either buses or trucks or motorbikes. So they didn't need all of these lanes. But as car ownership has become such a big thing here now, yeah, there's a lot of road work going on. So we're actually going to take a ride up the road here. We're going to take a little ride through one of the back roads. Tony's going to ride on with us until we turn off. And then we're going to carry on up towards the river, take you through one of the little back roads there and give you a little look there. So yeah, stick around, come for a ride with us. We're going to swap our camera over to the 360 camera.
And because of the amount of traffic, it's gone from 1 lane to, from 2 lanes to 7 lanes.
2 lanes to 7 lanes. Oh, is that 4 lanes over that side?
Yeah.
Okay, so the road...
And then there's another road behind it, another single lane.
Another... Yes, so they got another road like this on the other far side of the road. Yeah, it's pretty insane, the amount of traffic, especially now with the holiday on at the moment. A lot of traffic coming into Zhaoqing at the moment. So we're going to just switch over, we're going to chuck the 360 camera on the bike, and yeah, stick around. We're going to take you for a little ride up into town and up to the river. So stick it with us. Okay, so we're on the 360 camera now on the bike. Just before we take off, I'm just going to give you a little look on the map here at what these roads are. So you can see the blue dot where we are here, and as we, what's happening here? As we move forward, you can see where the road splits into 3 main sort of arteries through there, and we can see one's heading sort of off to the north of the lake here, one's heading down through the center down the bottom side of the lake, which rejoins with this one that's going around to the south, which is sort of following the river around. And we can see as we come right the way through, where are we? In here where this star is here is sort of the city center, and then as we go right the way through, the roads all join up again heading back out, and this is where we rode out the other day. And up here somewhere is where the cemetery crematorium is, which we are going to go for a ride around there sometime soon as well. So yeah, that's sort of what it all looks like now, but we're going to take you for a ride down here and have a look at some of the old stuff that was the old way into town. So we'll follow Tony around.
Just one thing to add.
Yeah.
You can talk about it if you don't want to, but it's up to you. You can see the jets in the sky here.
Yes.
Okay, this is the flight path from Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore.
Oh, okay.
That's the flight path that they all use to go to Guangzhou. That will go up there about 15 minutes, turn left for Guangzhou.
So I don't know if you heard what Tony was saying there, because the microphone is a little far away, but we can see an aeroplane up there, another aeroplane here.
And there is another one beyond the lamppost.
Oh, and another one over here, which we're not going to be able to get on the camera because the 360 camera won't capture that. But yeah, they're all coming from, where did you say, Malaysia, Thailand? Singapore, all heading into Guangzhou. So I know that when my mother lived here, I don't think there was a lot of air traffic until they built the new airport, and suddenly we're under a flight path here. There is talk, I've seen plans for a airport. We're going to follow Tony, hopefully hit the smaller of the bumps over here. There is plans for an airport off, sort of out the far side of Gaoyao, which I don't know if plans have been put on hold or something there. I know there were plans I got shown. Whether or not that's still going to happen, I don't know. But yeah, looking at like a secondary airport for when Guangzhou gets too busy. Planes will be able to come and land here, or maybe this will be used more for internal flights. I'm not sure. Maybe Guangzhou will be kept international, and it gives another airport for regional stuff to try and alleviate some of the traffic. Guangzhou airport is very, very busy. And another bump to go down. Whee, bumpity bump. And yeah, from the airport there, they'll have fairly close access to the high-speed rail, so people can land here, get into Guangzhou within sort of 30 minutes. There's so much development happening here. You see all the bridges here on our right, carrying traffic in and out. And then this road here, directly on our right, was the one road into Zhaoqing, going back 20 years. Just crazy to think that so much has changed. So this road that we're on now, Tony's just saying this was the old road into Zhaoqing. Just crazy. So we are actually two directions here, so yeah, it's mind-blowing. And then all these bridges and stuff have been built. All this raised roadway and stuff, the stuff that you see, I don't know that we've shown much of it out at Dinghu. Out at Dinghu, they were still building this all this stuff when I arrived here. It was absolutely crazy getting out to our school. Like, we take the school bus from our Guangzhou campus out to the Dinghu campus. Wow, we've got students in here returning back to school already. So we see there Zhaoqing Foreign Language School here. We'll have to try and get in there sometime, do a video in there, try and meet some of the students and stuff, and have a chat with some of them one of these days. But yeah, the trip out to Guangzhou was a real hassle. Just there was so much roadworks and stuff going on out there. It was just a nightmare trying to navigate our way through. So we are going to head off to our left here somewhere. Hey, up the bumps. So yeah, all this road network here is so good in cars. It's so easy to get through this area now compared to what it would have used to be like. Just, yes, amazing. The amount of work. I heard it somewhere said, and I've mentioned this in a video earlier, oh, the power grid there. So Chinese, what are they? Chinese Southern Power. So I remember reading a thing a few years back, and they were saying that in the 3 years prior to whenever this study, I think the study was done in 2018, 2019, somewhere around then. In the 3 years prior to that, China had used more concrete than America had used in the previous 100 years. And when you look at all the roadworks, the high-speed rail, the building construction that's going on, like all these apartments you see on our right here, these are all brand new. This is all brand new parts of Zhaoqing. You know, this was all just undeveloped land 15 years ago. There was nothing here. Maybe some old village sort of sites. What's Tony pulling up here for? So we got Wuling Car Yard doing these little electric runabout town cars, and then they've got a heap of vans here, which Tony is quite interested in, getting himself a little van set up with a bed and stuff in the back. Quite like the idea myself if I had the money. Oh, they got a big service centre in there for the cars as well. That's nice. The electric cars here are so popular now. They are selling unbelievable amounts of cars. Oh, car on a tow truck. Someone's had a bit of problem with their motor. What do we got on the back of there? Is that a Rowie? Don't know much about them. Okay, so just up here somewhere we're going to chuck a left. Where are we? Straight on? Just trying to find where Tony turns off. He's actually going to just get us to the entrance to this road that we're going to drive up to the river, and then he's actually going to disappear the other way, head back to his home because it is getting late, it's dinner time. I'm sort of going to, once we hit the river, I'm heading back, pick up something for dinner on the way and go home and have dinner. These buildings on our left here look really nice. Office buildings, look like apartments in behind the office buildings. Good looking dog down there. So yeah, these are all brand new, just finished. Hardly anybody even moved in there yet by the look of it. But there's a lot of people now buying property here from Guangzhou, and they'll actually come and live in Zhaoqing. They'll keep a small apartment in Guangzhou, so you know, if the husband's working or something, he'll go and work during the week. Just stay in a small, you know, one-room apartment sort of thing, almost a dormitory, almost. And then high-speed train back here on Friday afternoon, spend the weekend at home with the family in their proper apartment. Just the price of apartments here, although their prices are going up here in Zhaoqing, still much cheaper than trying to find an apartment in Guangzhou, and I think a better environment for the kids and stuff who are, you know, growing up. There's a little bit more space and it's a little bit quieter than Guangzhou for them to live and grow in, which is not a bad thing. What was that? Zhaoqing Kirin vacuum equipment on our left there. Have no idea what that is. Okay, looks like we're going to get down onto the bike lane down here. Let this bike go past us. So another big shopping centre on our left here, although more industrial sort of stuff by the look of it. Household goods. It's not really shops like you see in a standard sort of shopping centre. Car parked in here, just blocking the way. So we actually did this ride the other day. When we did the ride along the mountain, if you saw that video, I did talk about we had been out riding earlier. This is actually the ride that we did earlier. And yeah, Tony showed me these places. I thought it'd make a good little video. So I would have been lost by now if I was coming back on my own. I'm glad Tony's here to show me the way through, because I wouldn't know where I am. Well, I know where I am, but I wouldn't have known which road we're meant to turn up to our left to go up this little side road. But we must be getting close. We're going to go up this mountain on our left here. We are going to head up just on the other side of that. So I have okay, Tony's put his indicator on. I think this is where we are heading up. No? Maybe a little, oh, he's indicated because he's getting onto the footpath. Quite okay. I think we might be turning left at these traffic lights here. Oh, stack of bikes coming through on us. Okay, back up to the footpath we go. Oh, there's a horrid smell coming through there somewhere. Okay, I think this here might be where we're heading up. Not that one. Not quite there yet. We must be getting close. So there is a very strong smell coming from over on our left somewhere there. Not entirely sure what that is. Must be one of these factories in here. Just checking these roads on our left as we go through. We must be getting close. Is it that one heads up?
I don't think we came that way. No, it must be the next one.
Okay, we're going one more street and then we're going to chuck a left. Well, if Tony's getting lost, I'd be very, very lost. I would have turned up all of these other little side streets already trying to find my way through. Okay, I think this is the one we're going up. If I head up there, I'll find my way through, won't I?
I don't think you could turn right up there. Because this complex is where the fire came across here, so I think it's the next one down. But is that the set of traffic lights for the main road?
Get out of the way of this car. Yes, that's the road going up to your place. Alright, so up through here. So basically the river road that we've seen before, you know, big 3 lanes each way. The main road up there is now over to our right, quite a way, you know, another couple of 100 yards up. But that was never there. It used to be up through here somewhere. Zhaoqing Liren Experimental School East Campus. I've got to find out what that experimental school means. I don't quite understand that. You can hear a lot of birds up in the trees there, which is very good to hear. Just okay, this road up in front of us, I think I recognise that from our ride the other day. Lots of school buses. There must be a kindergarten in there, in behind that wall. So we'll see where we are now. Yes, so these is it these buildings? Now it might be a little further up. Were the old slaughterhouses for the killing of animals for meat, for all the butchers and the supermarkets and stuff were up through here. I don't think they operate here anymore. I think it is. I think they've all moved on somewhere else. Okay, this is our road up. So this here is the old road that you used to take to get up to the river, and now we see over on our right there, we can see 3 lanes of traffic coming down from the river, 3 lanes of traffic heading up to the river. Oh, I think these ones in here were the old slaughterhouses. And yeah, Tony was saying you used to, you know, hear the animals and the smell and stuff from there, just atrocious. Yeah, I'm happy to eat animals, but don't want to be involved in the process of preparing the meat. So that must have been the old slaughterhouses in there. We'll see if we got another gate here. We have, it's closed, so we can't get in there and have a look. So we've got a little waterway on our right here, heading down from the mountain down towards the river.
I'll just give you a bit of update on this place.
Yeah.
Okay, so this used to be the first road to the river, the first road to the river in Zhaoqing. And this was for pedestrians, bikes, cars and trucks. That waterway you saw on your right is the sewage outlet that goes to the river. And they've got the sewage waste system right at the edge of the river.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one up here was the old slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and this was the area where they did the slaughtering. Yeah. They also, one of these factories also produce paints and other toxic chemicals.
Oh, yuck.
That used to go into the river too.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
well, I'm glad they don't do that anymore. So yeah, what Tony was saying, this was the road to get to the river. Pedestrians, bikes, cars, trucks. If you were going to the river, this is what you came on, and it's barely wide enough for a car coming in each direction. In fact, a car coming one direction and us on the bikes going the other direction is a bit narrow feeling. It's yeah, there's not a whole lot. So that waterway on our right was actually sewage going down to the river. They got a sewage plant down as we get close to the river. Oh, I can smell something else I can smell in there. So there are still factories and stuff here. But yeah, they're not just dumping the raw sewage into the river anymore. There's a treatment plant down here, which we might be able to see as we work our way down. Oh, look at our right here, all cardboard recycling station. So all the people picking up the rubbish and the bins and stuff, they'll take it to little recycling stations. They'll separate it into cardboard, steel, plastics, and then they all go to separate warehouses. So all the cardboard comes here, all the plastics will go somewhere else. All the, I'm going to turn our lights on, it's starting to get dark in here. Oh, here we have another little recycling area in here with cardboards. Let this car squeak past us before we move back over to the other side of the road. Wow, lots of cardboard in there. We rode past there a bit too quick. I don't know if we'll be able to catch that. But yes, all go through here. Lots of little factories and things. Another little recycling place there by the look of it.
Behind this restaurant is where the fire of 2019 started.
Yeah, okay, so restaurant on our left here, yeah, there was a big fire up on this mountain 2019 before I had my YouTube channel going, so I never actually got any video of that. I wasn't sort of videoing stuff back then, but I might dig through, see if I can see any old photos. But yeah, this whole mountainside was on fire. Lots of volunteers coming out. They were emptying a lot of apartments from around this area, getting people out because of the smoke. It is pretty much all regrown now. It's all green again. It was black for a couple of years. Took a while for everything to regrow, but yeah, they've got it back. It's all looking good again, good and fresh. Another restaurant here. There's quite a lot of traffic comes in here. It must be a very, very popular little restaurant. I haven't been in this area eating before. So it looks like they're actually scooping out fresh fish and stuff. Grab your own fish, crabs, whatever, and then put them into a basket. They'll take them to the kitchen and cook them up for you. Or you have the hot pot section on your table and cook it yourself. I'm not sure. We'll have to go in and have a look sometime. So it looks like all seafood in there. So you heading off to the right here, are you? All right, I'm heading off to the left, so we're going to say goodbye to Tony here.
All right, mate. Okay, viewers, thanks for watching. Yeah, there's a little more history there of Zhaoqing that Scott is telling you about. This restaurant behind Scott was the first and largest restaurant in Zhaoqing about 12 years ago. And it's kept up its reputation. That's why it's still so busy and popular.
Yeah, you're always seeing cars coming in and out here.
That was the main road. This road was this main road was the last main road to join all the roads together.
Yeah. Well, they were still building this when I got here.
Yeah.
Whereas most of this.
And it's still not finished. You can see by the.
Yeah, it's still got work going on. There's another intersection up here still being completed. So there's plenty of road work still happening here.
Take it easy, safe journey back.
You too. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All the best.
So we're going to chuck a left up here, and we're going to keep the camera rolling until we get up to the river. We're going to try and see. So yeah, first restaurant. So what he's saying, what he actually means there, wasn't the first restaurant time-wise, but as you drive into Zhaoqing, along, when that was the main road back there, that was the first restaurant you come across. And yeah, you always, anytime I've driven out past here, there's always cars going in and out there. Yeah, still a very, very popular restaurant. I haven't been in there myself. It is largely seafood sort of stuff, and I'm just not a seafood sort of person. Don't get into seafood. But so in on our left here, I've got a feeling this must be the sewage treatment area that they have, maybe. Nah, it must be in behind here, because that's heading into the tourist area. But yeah, treating the water coming off of that little waterway that was on our right. So you see the sun's heading down over on our right there. Going to have a nice sunset by the look of it. So yeah, we're actually going to finish up there. We're coming up. The river is just up here on our left, and we're going to head back home, pick up some dinner, and probably sit down and edit this video together. So Actually, on our way back, we're going to leave the camera running, but we're actually going to do a time lapse because I haven't done a time lapse for a long time. So we're going to say goodbye, but we're going to keep the time lapse going. So yeah, stick around. There will be a little bit more. We'll give you a little look of what's going on the way through a time lapse. But that's all you're going to hear from me. Thanks for watching, everybody. One other thing I will mention just before we say goodbye. We've done the walks along the river here, showing you what happens along the river of a night time here. We're now midweek, but it is a public holiday. When I was riding out here, it was about 3:30 in the afternoon, which normally along here is really quiet that time of night, but there were already people coming down here with their barbecues and their tents and everything set up. So I've got a feeling this along here is actually going to be really, really busy tonight. So yeah, we're going to do a time lapse on our way back home just to add a little bit more spice to the video because I haven't done a time lapse for a long time. But yeah, that's all you're going to hear from me. The end of the video is going to be a time lapse. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about how the roads have expanded over the last sort of 10 years here. If you have, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to see more of what's coming up here in Zhaoqing and further afield as we do occasionally travel. Share the video with friends, people who might be interested in learning about life and what's going on here in China. And if you have any questions, comments, hit us up in the comment section down below. If you have anything you would like to learn about life here in China, in Guangdong, in Guangzhou, in Zhaoqing in particular, hit us up in the comment section. If you come up with a good idea, we'll go away, we'll make a video. Wow, look at how many people are down here already, and it's still early. It's still only just after 6 o'clock, I think. And there's already a huge amounts of people down here, so it is going to be busy tonight down along the river. Yeah, hit us up in the comment section. If you come up with a good idea, we'll go away, we'll make a video for you. But for now, thanks for watching. Stick around to have a look at the time lapse on our way back home. But for now, that is all from me. Thanks for watching. We will see you all in the next one. Cheers.